This past weekend, I experienced a case of life imitating art that I designed because I wrote this book, The Lady with the Alligator Case. In The Lady with the Alligator Case, the heroine, Jemima, ends up in the hospital in a city far from home. And because she didn't plan to end up in a hospital in a city far from home, she had no phone charger. She just had her car charger. And so she didn't have a charger on her phone. And she was feeling very helpless. And this past week, my husband and I were on a road trip in a place far from home. And through a set of circumstances beyond my control, I ended up in the hospital. And because we were only going to be gone overnight, I had no charger. We just had our car chargers because we were just going to be gone overnight visiting my big sister. Why would I need a charger? So there I lay in the hospital, coming in and out of morphine and looking longingly at my phone and thinking, oh, if only I could listen to my audiobook, if only I could listen to a podcast. But instead I had the TV remote and watched reruns of NCIS from the Jethro Gibbs days until they ran out of those, and then I watched Medicare supplement commercials, and it was very hard. In the book, Jemima's rescued when the handsome sheriff realizes that his charger works in her phone. And there's where our paths diverge, because in one of my times coming out of my husband said, oh, your sister will have a charger. She has everything. And sure enough, my sister had a charger, and he brought her to the hospital, and I could listen to books and podcasts and then go home. So, but I just thought that was really interesting. I was laying there in one of my lucid moments and thought, this is just like what I wrote about a year ago. So that was kind of cool, but no, I would really have rather not been in the hospital. So anyway, here I'm in my office. Not my living room, because I moved into the office after we remodeled it because I think it's a beautiful room and I love it. And it's away from the TV and, and my husband, who I love very much, but he likes to chat. So, okay. Not much Thanksgiving in here. I love Thanksgiving decorations, but I did see this cute pillow with that kind of pumpkin stuff on it? I got it at Walmart because I had to have something in here. I can't be in a room with nothing that reminds me of Thanksgiving. And they had another pillow that was like brown and white, and in the middle of a white pumpkin relief thing, it said gather. And I thought, oh, well, that's kind of cool. But first, I already have a tin words in the other room that says we gather together, based on my favorite hymn, and I love that. And then there's also that commercial where the guy who says, don't be like your parents and don't have writing on everything. And I thought, oh, okay, I won't. But if I loved that pillow more than I love this orange pumpkin-y pillow, I probably want to listen to him, but I love this one more. I read 2 books lately that I want to tell you about in about 10 seconds. One's called The Broken Weather Vane by Laura Denoyer, and I'm going to put a link to that on my blog. And it's a time slip. If you love time slip, you're in like Flynn. And I reread for about the 80th time To Kill a Mockingbird, and I still love it. So that was great. And also want to say, last time I got on here, sometime this summer, wow, I had gray hair. I've had gray hair most of this millennium. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, my husband says, kind of wish you'd color your hair. And I thought, the guy doesn't ask much. And he's always very affirming. And if coloring my hair kind of, makes him happy, I'm going to do it. So it's kind of colored, kind of gray, kind of colory. I'm kind of a brunette. And I kind of hope you have a great week. Bye.